The magic of sports often lies in the deep emotional connection we develop towards them. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, or NASCAR, each one of these sports, when we truly invest ourselves in them, gifts us with moments that stir up our deepest feelings and emotions. But first, subscribe. Let's consider NASCAR, an arena of sport that knows no deficit when it comes to invoking strong sentiments. In contrast to other sports, where you find yourself cheering for a team, NASCAR sees you rooting for an individual. This singular support for one person, I believe, cultivates a more personal connection, intensifying our emotional reactions to their triumphs and failures. Experiencing the journey of the struggle, loss, victory, and personal success with someone you have devoted your time and energy to is, indeed, a unique experience. It's unlike supporting a team, as these journeys are intimately personal and varied for every individual. However, in this conversation, I choose to respect the memory of fallen drivers by not using footage of their fatal crashes. While such incidents would undoubtedly be among the most poignant moments in NASCAR history, it feels disrespectful to the drivers and their families. It's not an arena I feel comfortable touching upon. Before we delve into the list, I must clarify that these moments are not ranked in any particular order. Each moment holds its own distinct significance. We commence our journey with Richard Petty's grand exit from NASCAR. Richard Petty, fondly known as the King of NASCAR, has an illustrious career to his credit. His record of 200 wins and being the only 7-time champion in Cup Series history at the time of his retirement speaks volume of his accomplishments. The end of his career signified the closing of a pioneering chapter in NASCAR's history. His final lap post the 1992 Hooters 500, as the stands swelled with cheering fans and the song "Richard Petty Fans" by Alabama played in the background, was a fitting farewell to a king. Our second emotional moment is centered around Martin Truex Jr.'s victory and celebration at the 2016 Coca-Cola 600. Truex displayed extraordinary dominance in the race, leading for an impressive 392 of the 400 laps, which translates to 588 of the 600 miles. As monumental as this achievement was for Truex, further boosting his reputation as an elite driver, it was the post-race interview that brought on the waterworks. As Truex was interviewed, his girlfriend, Sherry Pollock, who had been bravely battling ovarian cancer since 2014, joined him. The moment she faced the microphone, it was impossible not to feel a lump in your throat. This poignant moment undoubtedly earned its place in the annals of NASCAR history. The third moment is a remarkable comeback story featuring Ernie Irvin. In 1994, Irvin was vying for the championship, trailing Dale Earnhardt by a mere 27 points with 11 races to go. Tragedy struck during a practice session at Michigan when a tire burst, resulting in a devastating crash. The accident left Irvin with life-threatening brain and lung injuries. The doctors gave him a slim 10% chance of surviving the night, yet he did, defying all odds. Not only did he survive, but he also made a triumphant return to racing by the end of the 1995 season. His victory at the Michigan International Speedway in 1997, the very track where he nearly lost his life, was a testament to his indomitable spirit and willpower. The fourth moment is tinged with sorrow and strength. In March of 1997, Truck Series driver John Nemechek lost his life in an accident at the Homestead Miami Speedway. Later that year, his elder brother Joe Nemechek claimed a victory at that same track. This moment of triumph and closure demonstrated an immense display of resilience by Joe, commemorating his brother's life. The next moment to consider comes from the 1993 Daytona 500, famously remembered as the Dale and Dale Show. In an exhilarating contest, Dale Jarrett battled Dale Earnhardt for the win. What made this event heartwarming was Dale Jarrett's parents, who were captured on film as they nervously watched their son hold off Earnhardt. The nervous tension turned to sheer joy as Jarrett emerged victorious. His father, Ned, who was usually a professional broadcaster for CBS, switched roles to be a proud father, cheering his son towards victory. His mother, Martha, watched the scene unfold from the infield. The enthusiasm paired with the emotional post-race interview was a moment capable of moistening anyone's eyes. These moments remind us of the emotions and human stories intertwined with the thrilling world of NASCAR. The following moment in our series is one of recovery and renewed hope. Rookie Kevin Harvick faced the immense challenge of taking over Richard Childress's prime car, following the tragic demise of Dale Earnhardt. The racing world looked on skeptically, unsure of how the fiery young talent would step into such big shoes. However, Harvick dispelled all doubts within just 3 races, proving himself as a fitting successor. A thrilling showdown unfolded with less than 10 laps to go, where Harvick found himself competing against Jerry Nadeau, Dale Jarrett, Dale Jr., and Jeff Gordon. The final lap saw Harvick and Gordon going head-to-head, culminating in a scene reminiscent of Earnhardt's victories at Atlanta a year earlier. Harvick pulled off a narrow win, besting Gordon by a minuscule 6/1000ths of a second. This triumph moment was a catharsis, a release of pent-up emotions. Next, we turn our attention to an event from Atlanta in 2004, marked by sorrow and triumph. Hendrick Motorsports suffered a horrific tragedy when an HMS plane crashed, claiming the lives of 10 people on board, including team owner Rick Hendrick's son Ricky, his brother, both his nieces, and his close friend engine builder Randy Dorton. To honor the memory of those lost, a special design featuring their images and the phrase "always in our hearts" was displayed on all of Hendrick's cars. Despite the somber mood, Jimmy Johnson emerged victorious, guiding his number 48 Lowe's machine to a much-needed win. The moment Johnson crossed the finish line, a wave of raw, cathartic emotion swept over everyone present. Moving to a brighter moment, we find ourselves in 1998. Dale Earnhardt had spent 2 decades attempting to win the Daytona 500. He had faced a myriad of obstacles, late pit slide-throughs, last-minute flat tires, a crash while attempting to secure the lead, and even an unlucky encounter with a seagull while leading the race. While Earnhardt was leading in the latter stages of the 1998 Daytona 500, everyone, including NASCAR executive Bill France Jr., held their breath, anticipating another unfortunate turn of events. But to everyone's surprise and delight, Earnhardt triumphed, taking the checkered flag to secure his much-desired Daytona 500 victory. The heartfelt post-race celebration saw every pit crew member congratulating him, while spectators, strangers, and friends alike hugged each other in the stands. Earnhardt's elation was palpable, creating an unforgettable moment for all NASCAR fans. Fast forward to a more recent moment from 2015 at the Fall Martinsville race. It was here that Jeff Gordon clinched his final victory. His opportunity arose when race frontrunner Joey Logano was eliminated late in the race. Gordon seized the lead and successfully defended it against Jamie McMurray, Dale Jr., and Denny Hamlin to claim his 93rd and final victory. This triumph secured him a spot in the Final Four to compete for the 2015 championship. As a witness to this momentous occasion, I can attest there wasn't a dry eye in the grandstands. The crowd knew they were part of a monumental event in sports history. The next moment takes us back to the 2001 Pepsi 400. This is a moment that's very well remembered in NASCAR history. In July 2001 at Daytona, all eyes were on Dale Earnhardt Jr., who was returning to the track where his father had tragically died 4.5 months prior. With the weight of expectations on his shoulders, Earnhardt Jr. didn't disappoint, delivering an outstanding performance. Despite starting the final restart from the 6th position, Earnhardt Jr. surged ahead, quickly reclaiming the lead and being backed by teammate Michael Waltrip. The post-race celebration saw both Earnhardt Jr. and Waltrip rejoicing on the grass of the Tri-Oval, surrounded by their DEI team members. For many, this stands as the most poignant moment in NASCAR history, a triumphant victory laced with powerful emotions. With that, we conclude our journey through 10 of NASCAR's most emotionally charged moments. These instances have brought tears to the eyes of fans, whether born from joy or sorrow. Now I pass the baton to you. What's the most emotionally powerful NASCAR moment you've witnessed? Please share your experiences in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this ride, don't forget to hit the like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more NASCAR content.